This is Ray from Talent, Oregon. He's got a great story to tell us about his beautiful Ford Mach-E back here. So Ray, tell us the whole story.
Well, we got this car pretty much by accident. We were looking for a car and we couldn't find one. You couldn't order one online. And one day the Klamath Falls dealer called us up and said, hey, we have a car. Do you want it? First come, first serve. So we drove all the way to Klamath Falls and bought it. The next day, we decided to drive it to San Francisco. And of course, we didn't know anything about electric cars, so the range anxiety was interesting. So the first thing we did is looked at our app and looked at, say, where are the charging stations? So we thought, yeah, car's rated for 270 miles, which I've never seen it. So, and it's not flat, so you have to go to hills. So we went to San Francisco. We got there without a problem. There were several stations in Redding and Vacaville and so on, so we made it just without a problem. Coming back, we did the same charging in Redding, in Vacaville and back in Redding, but coming back, there's the hill, coming all the way back to Ashland or to Talent. And one of the things that we discovered that the car does very nicely is that it gives you, if you use the navigational system, it tells you the distance that you have to go to your destination. It's all set up in the app, and you can do a destination as a charging station. And it also gives you your range, which was really interesting. So in the same little two numbers in there, you could have the two numbers displayed. And so we were looking at the distance to the charging station and our range, and it was getting shorter and shorter and shorter. It's oh boy, first time in the car, and the last thing we want to have is get stranded in the middle of I-5. So we decided to cut our range down and stop. Fortunately, we found a station in Weed. We found a station, charged there for half an hour, and then we made it all the way home. But that was an interesting experience, just understanding that, well, just like in a car, a regular car, you run out of gas. In an electric car, you can run out of charge, and it's nice to know when you're going to do that.
Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize this, but most people, if you're just driving around town, you're going to work and back, you're going to the market, that kind of stuff, the car is perfectly capable of doing that. You go home at night, you charge it up at home, and it's like having a full tank of gas the next day. So
exactly right. It's so, you know, we use the car 90% of the time. We've used it for trips in the valley, and so we've charged it maybe 2 or 3 times a month, and that's all we need to do, and never have to worry about it because, you know, we always have enough charge to go back home, and we have a 240 plug in our garage, and it takes about 10 hours to go from just about empty to 80-90%, and so it's always charged. But when you go into trips, you have to really be careful about where your charging stations are. We took a trip to Salem, but with the experience that we had gained from San Francisco, we never had any anxiety because we knew exactly where the stations were. We knew we could do it, and it was a much better experience. But the first time, there's always the first time, right?
Well, and see that? Range anxiety cured, folks. There you go.